Hey everybody, welcome back to another Jarvi vlog. It's Thursday morning, so we're here bringing you some of the hot topics in the labor world. I'm Zach.
I'm Allie.
I'm Bill.
And we're here today at Cake Bakery in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Nice little bakery, just had some wonderful cupcakes. There's one sitting right here that's going to tempt us this whole time.
It's your mouth
and maybe,
watering.
maybe tempt you. So when you think chocolate, think labor statistics.
Yes.
There you go.
That's exactly what we're looking for.
Positive reinforcement.
That's what I think of too.
So sometimes we have kind of a formal topic that we're talking about. I just came across some pretty interesting labor statistics that I'd like to kind of present to you guys.
Okay.
And get your gut reactions here, right? So
All
we're
right.
kind of flying off the cuff here. This is quick shot Jarvi vlog time. Set your timers, because here we go.
New game show.
Right, yeah,
Could be.
exactly. I'll pick the winner. Winner gets the cupcake. Winner's me.
Oh.
Yeah, I was gonna
Okay.
say,
Well, you're going down, Bill.
Okay, so this is from the American Staffing Association.
Okay.
First stat, 6 in 10 adults express likelihood of seeking a new job this year. So that's about 60% of the people out there are actually looking for a new job. Your thoughts on that?
Good for them. I mean, 60%. It's great to see that. I mean, of course, we love to see people not only bettering themselves in their career, but maybe even finding that career path. So I think it's encouraging. What do you think, Bill?
I think it's interesting to think that, so in an organization of 100 people, 60 of them are looking. You said looking.
Considering looking.
Considering,
Would-
okay.
Would consider
Okay.
looking.
Well, but
Oh, express likelihood.
express like, so there's 60% for the most part could be enticed to switch jobs. Yeah.
I kind of found that stat to be a little high in my opinion.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if people are looking for differences in jobs or differences in benefits, they're looking for new opportunities.
Yeah.
So this could be a good year to find some new talent, or know that your talent needs some retention. Because
Yeah.
what do you always say, Bill?
Recruiting starts at retention.
That's right. Okay, next stat. 46% of people say the web is the most helpful resource in finding work.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, we live in the internet age now. I should be able to find a job as easy as it is for me to order a pizza. I mean,
That's true.
the days of, looking through the newspaper, I think, are done. I mean,
That's true.
Because I need to be able to find a job on the go. I mean, I'm going to be using my phone, my computer. So just having it making my job search more mobile, I think, is what struck me.
I'm surprised it's not higher.
Yeah.
Because my thought process is that people will look and they'll find a job. Using the web can mean just a ton of different things. You can either go onto a career site, your LinkedIn, your Indeed, Career Builder, so on and so forth, or you could go to a company site and create a search agent to where every time XYZ company gets a job open, you get an email.
Yep.
So that is also considered the internet.
Yep.
Now, what I would think people would do is that they would use that information. They get those job emails saying, hey, XYZ company is looking for you, someone like you.
Yep.
And then what most people are going to do then is they're going to look and say, who do I know that works at that company? Who do I know that knows somebody? And then they would go through, okay, who do I know, and find somebody to put a good word in for them.
So I think this is interesting because Google at least says the stat 76% of all job searches start at Google. They don't say people are looking for jobs on Google, but they say 76% of all job searches start on Google. So maybe they are looking for their friends in the company.
Yeah.
And this stat says 46% say the web is the most helpful. So there's a gap there, right? 76% are looking on Google, but only 46% say it's actually helpful to use the web.
So does it say what the other 30 or so percent think is more helpful than the web?
That's for us to infer.
I guess.
Right?
Yeah.
But now that I say that, 55% say that websites are too impersonal. So they want to go on the web. They're not finding the web very helpful, and they're also saying more people actually saying it's more impersonal. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, I can see where that's coming from. I mean, I know a lot of job boards can feel very sterile. I mean, because you're there to look for a job, so they don't have all like the frills and personalization you might notice. I think that if you go onto company websites, and company websites that are doing it well have definitely tailored more of their job openings that they post to be more personal. So that's just what I've seen.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree with that stat. I was just, my boss and I were talking just the other day, And so part of my role is, I'm on company websites all the time. I'm always
Yeah.
looking for stuff. And I like to critique people's websites. I like to critique their career sites. And I found a career site just this week that literally took me like 6 or 7 clicks to find the Apply Now button.
Oh man.
I'm going to tell you right now, as somebody, if I were looking for a job with that company, I would have jumped off their website.
Yeah.
That is just too many clicks.
Amazon kind of changed the e-shopping game
Yeah.
with the one click to purchase feature. That's kind of the same way for applications.
Most
if you want
definitely.
applications, you gotta prompt people to apply. Make it easy to apply. Don't make them hunt and peck.
Well, to me, any organization, any company, there are 2 sets of people that you want to make happy. Right? Your number one is always your customers.
Absolutely.
You want to make your customers happy, and then you want to make your employees happy. Well, in order to become an employee, you got to somehow make those potential employees happy. So to me, if you're looking for people, your Apply Now button should be on every page of your website.
Yep.
Even if
Sometimes in 2 places, top and bottom.
multiple places to click. You have to make it that accessible because people aren't going to go swimming and fishing for these Apply Now buttons and these jobs.
There's a lot of opportunities out
Yeah.
there now. Yeah. So now that I've said that, I was going to say 55% say websites are too impersonal. 80% of people surveyed say that they feel like they're sending their resume into a black hole when they click that apply button. So some companies are making it hard to apply. And then when people do apply, 80% of people feel like they're not getting reached. What do you think about that?
I tell candidates, many times those applicant tracking systems, they are is a CRM.
Yep.
They hold candidate information, and they are, for the most part, lots of times it's an abyss. Your resume goes in, and it just sinks to the bottom, and then. The recruiters then, when they get time to work on that opportunity, that position, they'll go in and then they'll start to go through and filter through. But if they get 200 resumes,
That's kind of hard to do.
what's going to happen is they're going to go from the top, and they're going to work until they find the 2 or 3 or 4 that they find that meet the requirements, and then they're going to contact those people. Well, if your resume is down at the bottom, they may never get that far. They may go, well, we found 5 people, that's all we need right now, and the other 42 people we're not going to have a chance to look at, sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
nothing. And that's a huge factor. We already talked about fewer people than we thought were actually using the web as a helpful resource. They're looking for feedback from people. They're looking at those, reviews. They're looking at their friends and what they say about the company, or they may be looking at their previous experience with the company. So if that's how you're treating your applicants now, your next round of hiring or 2 years from now might have that bad taste in their mouth, and you might be losing out on
Well, and 2, what could happen is, so you're hiring for a position now, 6 months from now, maybe you're going to add another position just like that.
Yeah.
Well, instead of recruiting, you have a database
pool.
of people.
Yep.
You can go and you can just continue to use that group of people.
Yep. So last stat here. And this makes me actually really hopeful. We've been talking a lot about technology. We've been talking about the web and everything like that. 72% of all job applicants want their first contact with a recruiter or HR department to be a phone call. They want that feeling of talking to a person. They want that personal experience. Allie, how do you give, speaking from the staffing side of things, from the recruitment side of things, how do you give people that personal feel when they come to your website before they get the call?
Yeah, I think just making everything seem like you're personalizing it to the job seeker.
Yep.
So taking out just generalized language, generalized wording, and making it feel warm and welcoming is going to take your website and your job post to that next level. Making it not generic. I mean, don't go in and make your job posting Java Ninja, because no one's gonna know what that is.
Yeah.
So don't be creative,
More
but not out of the box.
Yep.
So just that'll help stand out and make you look a little more personal and kind of extend that personal touch out to your job seekers.
And I think I may be a little biased here, but I think this kind of stuff supports the need to either consult with a staffing agency or recruiting partner, or maybe just go ahead and go all in and use one. Because if you are someone who's getting 200 resumes at a time, you've got plenty of other things to do other than make those people feel at home. And that's not saying you shouldn't do that, but it just says you don't have the time. You don't need to be spread too thin. There are agencies out there people helping you with that. Obviously, Jarvi Group is one of them. There's plenty others out there. But I think at this point in time with unemployment so low, where it matters so much to get that top talent, partnering with pros is a pretty good idea.
And maybe this isn't something I should say, but if you're going to use one firm to help you, depending on what your agreement looks like, having a second firm wouldn't hurt you either.
It'll only broaden your pool.
Yeah, I mean, I understand some HR people don't want to have too many firms because they're getting 4 or 5 people, and I totally understand it and agree with that. But having 2, 3 at the most could only benefit you as long as they're bringing you qualified candidates.
Well, true.
Yeah.
Would you say that's good practice?
I think it is
to use a couple of firms just to broaden your pool. Obviously, wanting
and it keeps the firms them honest. Many times firms will have the same people anyway. But they go, nope, I just got that one submitted by XYZ company.
Yep.
Okay, well, good. Well, they're a great candidate, so definitely you should go with them. So.
Yep. And I think speaking from the staffing side of things, we're happy to compete. We're happy to put ourselves up against the other. Recruiters are kind of cocky. They want to say, I placed that person.
Yeah.
So, feel free to use a couple staffing agencies. Anything else you guys want to add?
No.
No.
No, because I want to get some of those cupcakes.
This is going to me.
And the cookies and the brownies and all the other treats that are here. So,
special thanks. Absolutely.
There's a lot over there.
Special thanks to Cake and Bakery for hosting us today. Where are we going to be at next week? Do we know?
Do we know?
I don't think we do though.
We'll be somewhere next
Yeah.
week. Don't worry. Tune in next Thursday morning. Jarvi's got your back.
If you have a location you want us to be at, put it down in the notes.
Yeah, let us know.
We'll go there. So it sounds great.
See you later.
Bye.
Everybody.
Thanks.